Chewy the Changeling. Written by The Abyss. "Stop it, you!" Chrysalis hissed, glaring down at one of her many nymphs. "My mane is not a chew toy!" She lifted her head from the stone floor and shook her neck, ripping her mane out of her little one's mouth. Lifting the end of her mane up with a hoof, she snarled as she saw it drip with drool. Her nymph whimpered and inched closer to her, tears brimming in their eyes as they licked their lips. "Have I named you yet?" she asked, peering down at them with a cold, inquisitive gaze. The nymph glanced down to the side as her wings rustled at her sides, a frown appearing on her face. She lifted a hoof up to her muzzle and nibbled on it as she tentatively looked up into her mother's eyes.
I don't know,"
she squeaked out. Chrysalis rolled her eyes as she let a warm smile grace her lips, dropping the stern mother act. "How many more need names?" she thought, holding out a hoof for them. "No? I'll name you Chewy, a fitting name for one that wants only one thing." Chewy let loose a hiss of pure glee and latched onto her extended foreleg, gnawing at the edge of one of the holes. Their tails swished about behind them, tickling the sensitive part of her hoof. "Are you hungry?" she asked, lifting her hoof up to her muzzle. Chewy's eyes switched between her piercing gaze and her mane before they darted forward along her leg, wrapping their lips around the ends of her mane again. Chewy said, blushing softly as her ears flicked back.
"Very."
Chrysalis chuckled as she used her magic to lift up her cute little nymph. Back when she was with her old hive, she had many changelings in charge of taking care of her offspring, but there was a certain sense of pride that she hadn't felt in many, many years as she looked down upon Chewy, feeling her heart warm. "Very well, but I want you to recite the ways of attaining love from a pony first."
"All of them?"
Chewy asked, cocking her head to the side as Chrysalis set her between her forelegs.
"Love first?"
She reached up for her and grinned. "Love after," Chrysalis said. Chewy's forelegs drifted back down as her shoulders slumped.
"Replacing especially some pony, then snuggles.
She bit her lip as she thought, letting her right hind leg thump against the cold hard stone floor.
Then I feast on their love?"
Chewy asked, her eyes going wide with excitement as she hoped she got it right. Chrysalis giggled. "Close enough, little one, close enough." She lit her horn and tucked Chewy up against her breast, humming softly in content as she held her close. "You're a very special changeling, you know that?"
I am?"
Chewy nuzzled her mother, her eyelids sliding shut as she felt her heart warm. Her wings fluttered at her side as her mother levitated her higher. "Why, yes, you are. Nobody else comes to greet me when I return from feeding off of the nearby villages. Knowing that at least one of you likes to see me makes this all worthwhile, so with that being said, I think it would be appropriate for you to get a little more love than the rest." Chrysalis touched the tip of her horn with Chewy's and poured love into her, making her little nymph's horn glow green. As her magic faded away, Chewy's wings snapped open wide as she jumped out of her magical grasp, zooming around the cave in circles. When her wings grew tired, Chewy landed, her gallop turning into a trot as she came to a halt. As a yawn forced itself past her lips, she trotted back over to her mother, curled up between her forelegs, then lay her head down on her foreleg. Her eyebrows furrowed when she felt her mother's foreleg twitch, cold to the touch.
"Mama, why you cold?"
she asked, pushing herself up with her forelegs, a look of concern upon her face. A shiver ran down Chrysalis's back as she held her wings tighter to her sides. She flicked her tail around her hind legs, hoping that it'd give her a little extra warmth. Well, love is what keeps me warm, little one. Without it, I would grow hungry and cold. Like I am right now." But you little ones are more important, for you must grow strong.
Nuh-uh.
Chewy shook her head from side to side.
You more important.
She said, poking her mother's breast with a hoof.
You, mommy. You the love giver.
She glanced around the room looking for anything that could help her give love back to her loving mother.
Ah!
She exclaimed with glee, her eye settling upon one of the many stuffed animals that her mother wanted for them to tear apart, though she wasn't sure why. Wanting nothing more than to impress her mother, Chewy lit her horn and planted her hooves into the ground, holding an image of the purple stuffed animal in her mind. Sweat dripped down her brow, then with a small flash of light she finally changed into the purple pony. She didn't just change into Twilight. Wow, she did! Chrysalis thought in disbelief, staring down at a miniature version of the one she hated most, the one pony who foiled her perfect plot so many years ago. She bit her tongue and took a deep breath, then forced a smile on her face. "Well done!" she said. "I think you're the first of the hive to learn how to do that."
I learned from the best, Mama.
Chewy said in her own voice. Her wings were impeccable, same with her mane and tail. Everything was perfect down to the smallest details, save for her smaller size and the excessive amount of chest fluff. "I must ask though." Chrysalis paused as Chewy darted forward, snuggling up against her breast. "Why are you so fluffy? The real Twilight Sparkle doesn't have that much fluff, so if you went out in the world using that disguise, you would be discovered in an instant."
It's to help keep you warm tonight, Mama.
Chewy said, hissing softly in content as she nuzzled her over and over.
It working?
She asked, feeling her mother wrap her forelegs around her, pulling her into a tight embrace. "Yes, little one, it sure is." Well guys, here you have another cute little one-shot that I decided to do for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe, and that's basically it. The only thing that I want to ask you is that you join my Discord, because we have a lot of fun there, and if you really want to talk to me, that's the place where you can get me most easily, so go and subscribe to my Discord. Do it now! Okay, I'm guessing that you already did it, so off to the brainwashing!